completely wrong.
Prep hockey schedule on Wausau Area Public Access Channel with Steve Miller. I'm George Hirsch, and we're just about set for the opener of the Marathon Cup. And it'll feature the Merrill East Blue Jacks and the Mosinee Indians. And Steve, this is earlier than most cups took place. In fact, it's so early, I think this may be the initial game for both teams.
It's early in the season, but I'll tell you, it's cold outside, it's warm inside, and the ice is hard and fast, and we're underway with Mosinee on the attack already in the east zone.
We are taking a look at things from one end of the ice. As you can see, the goalie for the Merrill East squad down on the other end. And we've already had a change in line after that initial face-off took up about 24 seconds. And we're set to go now on the face-off to the left of the net, down on the other end. Or to the, as we look at it, we'll try to clarify that as much as we possibly can. Right now, the skating taking place between the blue lines. Now around the horn, back to retrieve. Trying to clear it out. The Merrill East wing. And we'll try to pick up these positions and players, Steve, as quickly as we can. We don't start until after the initial introduction of the team, so we pretty much guess.
Right now, the Blue Jacks are having some trouble getting out of the zone. Mosinee's put on good pressure, and the Blue Jacks having a hard time breaking it out, but they are on the break. They've now put it into the Mosinee end. So
that's right down in front of us along the board. And we'll pick things up as quickly as we can. Number 23 sends it around the horn. And for Mosinee, number 23, Spencer Sherwin. He's one of the tri-captains and a senior for the Indians. Now they send it down on the attack. And dumping it back in and now intercepting it. And carrying over to the far side is Sarneski, Keen Sarneski, a junior. Brown behind the net. Merrill East, Blue Jacks trying to clear it out. Now they do. Dump it down right to the board in front of us. The goalie goes back to clear it out. Goalie for Mosinee is Tucker Steppen, a freshman, 5'9", 110-pound freshman.
Right there. Come on.
Steppen. His older brother was a good athlete at Mosinee for a number of years. Now back to retrieve for Mosinee. Grant Lindell, that is. Lindell, another junior. Mosinee a little more of the veteran squad than the Merrill East team. Nice backhand pass by Lindell behind the net. Now the Indians on the attack with Trey Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald is the right wing, sending it around behind the net on the far side.
Good aggressive break by Mosinee up the ice, couple passes, they're in the zone. Good shot on net, a little bit wide. Nevertheless, Mosinee has been able to move the puck into the Merrill East end quite easily. As a matter of fact, the majority of the play has been there for the first 2 minutes.
Your eyes are better than mine, Steve. Who's in the net for East? Is it McCorkle or is it Mole?
We're gonna find out shortly.
On the attack, Mosinee now. Right in front, across the crease to the far side. Retrieved by the Blue Jacks. Ivan DeBrew, he's a veteran, senior, one of the Merrill members. The Merrill East co-op team is made up of Blue Jays and Lumberjacks. Therefore the Blue Jack nickname, team name. Now on the attack, the Blue Jacks are on the far board. And that's the first save in the game by Tucker Steppen, as that shot was on goal. Now they swing it around near side, James Policki a junior. Goes to the far side, retrieved by the Blue Jacks' Max Geiger. Geiger's a senior. Another one that's played with this squad. Last year was their first year as a co-op, East and Merrill. And they did okay, actually. It's a hard thing to do to combine a couple of teams, but they've had a year experience with it now, so they expect to be better.
So to answer your question about in goal for the Blue Jacks, George, it's Eli Moe. He's a sophomore goaltender. His home school is East, but he is the goaltender tonight for the Blue Jacks.
Okay, and he's a sophomore, as you mentioned. Now we have a stoppage in play. Neither one of these teams has played, to our knowledge. Typically, the cup is held closer to the holiday season than the first part of December. We have a face-off. So far, we've gone in 4 minutes, and one shot on goal for the Blue Jacks, none for the Indians. New line change for Merrill East, pretty much across the board.
We've got a penalty, George.
Oh, we do? Okay, now it's up on the board.
On the Blue Jacks, number 10, Michael Kemick, 2-minute penalty. So that puts Mosinee on the power play for 2 minutes.
Okay. First power play of the season, probably, to our knowledge. And they swing it around near side, right down in front of us, along the board. Over to retrieve. Is defenseman Tucker Steppen. Steppen, a freshman, good-sized kid. Now they go on the attack. Cross rink. Pass gets through to the near board. And now they cross rink over to the wing on the far side. Here's a shot off the glass in the back of the net. Just a little high. In the power play now. Merrill East just trying to clear it out, and they do. But I don't think this is going to go all the way. Well, it may go all the way to the net for icing. Yep. Okay, no icing, of course, on the power play. So they send it down, and Merrill East goes back on the defensive again. In the attack, here's a shot. Near side, and a goal on a rebound.
And a shorthanded goal on top of it.
Shorthanded goal on a rebound for Merrill East. Oh, that was quick.
Well, that's exactly what you want to see happen if you're the Blue Jacks.
Yeah.
It's exactly what you don't want to see happen if you're Mosinee, because now they were on the power play. They'll continue to be on the power play on a shorthander. But the score now, Blue Jacks 1, Mosinee 0.
And that came at 11:40 left here in this opening period. 17-minute periods, 3 of them make up your regulation game. A lot of times, of course, in prep hockey, they don't go overtime or a shootout. And here's a shot again to the right of the net around the horn. And that time I think they were called for offside. So we'll have a face-off.
We're going to do the best that we can to get our audience, the scorer and the person who has the assist or assist. The PA system here is marvelous.
If you're up above.
If you're up above, but where we're at and with headphones on, it's a real garbled signal. So, folks, we apologize for that, but at the end of the period, we will get you the scoring.
Yeah,
suffice it to say, Mosinee still on the power play with about 10 seconds left.
And it's winding down. And there's a scrub in front of the net and a goal for the Indians. There's a scruffle in front of the net, and somebody on a rebound was able to score. So now,
and 38 seconds later, we have a tie game, George, 1-1. Good puck movement on that, and a shot went to the net. And so Mosinee's on the board with 11:02 remaining in the first period.
a couple of goals within 40 seconds here. Well, we'll have a face-off, full strength now. Skating, 5-on-5. Center ice face-off. Controlled by Wes Merrill up ahead. On the attack to the left of the net. Tried to clear out by Steppen. Back to center ice. Slipped back in to the new triangle. Now it's dumped in by the Indians. Again, full strength, 1-1 tie early. First period. Marathon Cup semifinal from the Greenheck Fieldhouse. Action down on the other end. Just trying to clear out the Blue Jacks. Number 24 right now with the puck, Greg Glavinsky, sophomore. And from center circle area. Blue Jacks dump it in, and the action is right in front of us here along the board. Finally cleared out.
Blue Jacks doing a good job of forechecking, George. The puck stayed down in this end of the rink. Good aggressive forecheck at this time. I think that goal was a big lift.
Well, I think both teams naturally are trying to feel it out, and so they're going to be aggressive to start with, naturally. Now the Mosinee Indians on the attack, across the blue line out, and across the net, but nobody there to retrieve it. And so it's cleared out, and now in front of us, here they come, the Blue Jacks. Right out in front of the net on the pass from Christian Matson. Matson, oh, there's a stave for the goalie for Mosinee. Pulled back out. A lot of this early action, and we've played about 8 minutes now, has been just checking things out. They've had 2 lines out there, both teams, so far. Center it on the horn in the near side. Far end. Brought down by Max Peterson. Peterson with a shot. Cleared out to the far side on the board. Dumped back in by the Indians. And we're going to have a quick line change for Mosinee. Their defenseman and center come in, and here's a glove save. I don't know if it had gone in, but the catch by Eli Mole, the goalie for the Merrill East team. Or that's Stefan from Mosinee, that's right. Mosinee down on this side.
That shot could very well have gone over the net.
Yeah.
That was a kind of a high-flying, wobbly slap shot, but it was a good save by Stefan.
Well, Mosinee controls the face-off by their own goalie. I'll try to clear it out. The Blue Jacks keeping it in. Now here's a shot from the slot. Now they come over to the near side. And skating, and oh, that was a nice setup for the Blue Jacks, Steve, but the timing wasn't there.
Well, and the timing was close. Two guys went to the net. There was a real good opportunity to put the puck in, but then we got to give credit to Stefan for making the change, right? and to get the save.
Face off to the left of Stefan. And again, the Blue Jacks keep it in. And they're attacking zone. And dumped in on the board. Right in front of the net. Nobody there for the Blue Jacks. They just backhanded around the board to the far side. Now they set it up in front of the net. And finally, clearing it out for Mosinee is Quinn Seeger, senior forward. Sent around to the far side by Grant Lindell. Lindell's been busy during this first period.
Good aggressive forecheck by the Blue Jacks. Mosinee's breaking the puck out of the net pretty much, or out of the zone for the first time. That was a good opportunity for Merrill East.
Well, Merrill East has it back right away, and they dump it in. And they chase. And behind the net, Phil Pesey, the junior, clears it to the point. Shot on goal wide to the near side for East Merrill, but they keep it in. And they've been the aggressor here the last 3-4 minutes. But it's tied at 1. 6:40 left, first period. East Merrill scored first, and Mosinee countered. Both goals within 40 seconds. One on a short-handed power play, and the other on the power play. And they're 5-on-5. A lot of action between the blue lines, actually. Sent down, retrieving for Mosinee is Spencer Schmerler, senior defenseman. On the board, try to get it across, Max Bestie. A lot of familiar names. Right out in front, Mosinee skating across the crease, but no help. Getting to the far side and finally dumps it around the horn near side. And the action now down on the other end. And cleared out, and that will be
have an icing.
Well,
so far it's been even play. Obviously the score is 1-1, but the thing that I've noticed, especially down on this end of the Mosinee defensive zone, they're having a little bit of trouble breaking the puck out of the zone, George, and that's basically because there are two East Merrill forwards and the defensemen who are kind of stuffing that side, which is going to leave the whole side of the ice open. So let's see if the Mosinee team makes a couple adjustments in the breakout.
Face off to the right of the goalie, Mole, and a save off the faceoff. So 5:39 left, first period, tied at 1 from the Green Neck Fieldhouse Ice Arena. Bluchies up to our right. Players benches to our left. As we take a look at things at ice level on one end. Oh, there's a check. Down goes the player with the hockey puck. And now Mosinee trying to set things up behind the net. And it's finally cleared to the blue line and now dumped right back in by Tyler Selinski. Selinski dumps it. And off the board far side, Blue Jacks trying to clear. Puck behind the net. Line change for Mosinee. Well, the defenseman, one of them. Try to catch now Mosinee clearing back. Let's see what we got here. We got Benjamin Lardinoy. Second line defenseman out there for the Indians right now. And the puck in the hands.
Good heads-up play by Steppen. Mosinee's just a little bit disorganized. It's the end of the shift. They might be a little bit tired. End of the first period coming up. But a good decision made to hold the puck, get a whistle, get a line change, you get some fresh skaters out.
Face-off, Max Bestie for the Indians. And number 13, Max Geiger, the senior for the Merrill East squad. Action down on the far end and another goal. This one got around Mole. He went straight out for the puck and it cleared just to his left.
Good shot selection by Mosinee. Little bit of net open. He found the opening, got the puck in. It's 2-1 Mosinee with 4:23 left to play in the first period. And again, folks, we're going to do our best to try to hear who scored the goal, who got the assist. But if not, we will get you all of that information at the end of the period.
And we've got 4:23 left, as Steve has mentioned. Face off between the blue lines, center ice, sent down by East Merrill. So we had 3 goals here, Steve, in the first period. Center ice, skating with it from Merrill, or Mosinee, I should say, Trey Fitzgerald, sophomore. Mosinee has a young team. They have, I don't know, yeah, 2 seniors on the squad. 2 seniors. That's it for the Indians.
5 freshmen.
Yeah.
We're not sure how much ice time they're getting, but we'll kind of see if we can take a look at that. But over the years, Mosinee, regardless of what class or numbers they have per class, always strong skaters. It's been an amazing program since the 20s.
Yeah, it's been there forever, it seems. And it really has been a pride of the Mosinee community for all those years, too. On the face-off now, inside 3:40 left first period. The Blue Jacks trying to clear it away. And Mosinee retrieving now, dumping it back in. Grant Lindell. And number 13, Ben Lardenas. And they send it down. It just happens to be in front of the goalie.
Well, and actually a good shot on goal by Adam Dieter, defenseman. He's a senior, put the puck on net. Great save made by Steppen.
Well, at least Steppen had a clear view of that one so that he could react accordingly. Face off to his right now. And the Blue Jacks trying to just keep it in on the attack. Comes near side to Max Peterson. Peterson retrieves behind the net, has it back again. Gets it up to Trey Fitzgerald on the wing. Fitzgerald upended at center ice. And the puck up along the board on the ice, and I think the whistle will be for offside, or either that or the puck was up out of play.
It appeared that the puck was carried in someone's hand. So the puck will go all the way back down into the Merrill East zone to the right of the goaltender, Eli Moe.
On the face-off, Ivan DeBrew, senior, Merrill student in this co-op team. And Blue Jacks control the face-off, and a shot, and off the shoulder it looked like of the goalie, Steppen. Now they send it out, and another shot, and they had a rebound opportunity, but he whiffed on it. And on the transition now, Mosinee on the attack, but the Blue Jacks take it back at center ice, and we're going to have a whistle. We're going to have a penalty, I believe, coming up. One of the Blue Jacks is on the ice over there, shaking up a little bit. I think he's going to be fine, but it might be a tripping or a roughing call.
The referee has indicated it's elbowing.
Elbowing, that's roughing to me.
Nothing, yes, not technically, but it is roughing, especially in basketball. There's no penalty called in basketball, but anyway, we've got a 2-minute penalty on Mosinee, and that is being assessed to Jared Jacobs. It's 2 minutes for elbowing, which puts the Blue Jacks on the power play. So to the right of the goaltender from Mosinee.
First power play for the Blue Jacks tonight. Mosinee scored on a power play, but they gave up a goal on a shorthanded to the Blue Jacks. So
golden opportunity here for the Blue Jacks.
Yeah, it is. Right before the period. We got 2 minutes left. Penalties got about 1:40 in it.
So the objective now for the Blue Jacks will be to get the puck in the zone, set it up, put the puck on the net, but Mosinee has just done a beautiful job of clearing the zone, sending it all the way down to the end boards in the Blue Jacks zone.
Well, so far, I think, Steve, the defensemen for Mosinee have played pretty well. They've handled things that they've been under a lot of pressure.
Well, I purposely watched the defensemen. It's easy for us from our vantage point,
right.
But Spencer Schmerler and Max Peterson have done a good job. They're good-sized kids. They move the puck well. They know what to do behind the net. The puck goes off the boards behind the net, D to D, and then out they go for the breakout.
On the face-off now, again, power play for the Blue Jacks. Setting it up. Around behind the net. Well, they've got things set up now to get a good shot. And here it is, and it goes wide left. Bounce to the far board. Kept back in by Ian Raditz, an East student, a junior. Raditz, Polecki, and Geiger all involved in this power play as a triangle for the Blue Jacks. And now it's cleared out. The Indians clear it down, and back to retrieve is Adam Dietert, the senior defenseman, Merrill student. Here they come again as we take a look at it. And they dump it in. Round boards to the far side. Out in front. Oh, that was a deflection off a defenseman. The goalie at least was able to watch it.
He had a good line of sight to the puck, and
he could watch it.
It wasn't moving that quickly.
Now the Blue Jacks trying to set it up. There's a shot. Defense in front of the crease, grabbed by the goalie.
Save made. The penalty has expired.
Yep.
And so Mosinee has done an excellent job of killing off the penalty, and in a number of occasions was able to clear the zone completely and send the Blue Jacks back all the way behind their net to retrieve the puck and bring it down, attempting to set it up. So if I were keeping score on power play and on shorthanded, that was about a tie, with the tiebreaker being the number of times that Mosinee cleared the zone.
We have 15 seconds left in the period. Indians up over the Blue Jacks 2-1. Puck in the Blue Jack zone, attacking zone. And it looks to me like we're going to end the period. We do, with the Mosinee skaters on top of the East Merrill Blue Jacks by a score of 2-1.
We're going to start the second period with a cross check. There was a penalty called right at the buzzer for cross-checking, and honestly, I'm not sure who the offender is, but when we come back at the beginning of the second period, we're going to let you know who was assessed the penalty, and then obviously we know who's on the power play. So at the end of one, it's Mosinee 2, Blue Jacks 1.
We have a recap of period number 1. Steve Miller.
As promised, we're going to give you the scoring. Scoring first for the Blue Jacks. Shorthanded goal scored by number 17, Ian Raditz, with the assist to number 15, Joseph Boutain. And then for Mosinee, scoring on a power play, the goal scored by number 2, Trey Fitzgerald, assist to number 9, Max Best, and number 23, Spencer Schmerler, power play goal. And then the next goal for Mosinee was even-handed, even strength, scored by number 9, Max Best. The assist going to Trey Fitzgerald and number 12, Jared Jacobs. Saves in the first period for Mosinee, Steppen, 8. For Merrill East, Mo, 7. So the score was even, 2-1 advantage. Saves were even, 8-7.
Very close, only 1 point difference between the two teams as we begin here, period number 2. I did find out that Merrill East is 1-2 on the season. Did not find out about Mosinee. I'm sure they've had a few games, but we'll keep working on that one.
And we've got 4-on-4 hockey here, George, where we have 2 penalties.
Yep. Board.
So 4-on-4 for about a minute 30, and then the Merrill East team will be on the power play.
Okay. There's a difference of about 18 seconds in the power or in the penalties, so I don't know where that comes from, but there it's up on the board. We got to believe it.
Well, we had one assessed right at the end of the first period,
right.
And then of course we've just taken one now early in the second. This big wide ice surface is interesting in that it's 100 feet wide,
right.
A little bit wider than both teams are normally skating on. So you got a lot of ice surface for this 4-on-4. And the best thing under these circumstances, spread the puck around, move things around, and widen out as much as you can, and take advantage of this big ice surface. So far, it's been a little compressed, but it's, again, early in the season. Some of that takes some fine-tuning.
Yeah, as I mentioned, Merrill East 1-2 on the early year. They beat Lakeland the other evening for their first victory after 2 early losses. So they come in with a win under their belt. And on the face-off now, it is the Indians who are on the attack. Right to our right here, and they move it around, far side, dump it up. And the defenseman, a 4-on-4, pretty much by himself back there, is able to clear it out as he's playing center ice instead of on any wing. Merrill East skating, a little bit dangerous in front of the net there of his teammate, but he clears it out. And now on the attack, it's Christian Matson skating with it down the near sideline. Pulled back out of there by Mosinee, trying to pass across about 3 defenders. And so again, it's Merrill East on the attack, on the far corner. Puck off the glass. Defenseman falls down, the skater falls down, the puck is... Oh, we're gonna have another penalty, I think.
We've got a tripping penalty coming up with 14:49 left in the second period.
Well, the other ones are over except for 8 seconds, one of them. So, see what... Okay, this is going to be on Merrill East, number 15.
So Joseph Boutain takes a 2-minute penalty for tripping. not that a penalty can ever come at a good time, but this was not a good time.
No.
And it was not good in front of the net to take the penalty. It wasn't necessary.
On the faceoff now. Skating with the puck, dumping it up. Jonathan Uding. Uding is a senior defenseman for Merrill East. And he's in there with Max Geiger. Number 7, far side, Adam Dietert. These guys, they're seniors and juniors. They only have 4 seniors on their team. We've got a team with 2 seniors, and we've got a team with 4 seniors, Steve.
Well, there is an interesting number of juniors and sophomores on the Merrill East squad. And you're right, George. There are just 2 seniors at Mosinee, but they are playing. We wouldn't know their grade level by the way they're playing. Everybody's doing a good job. It's the Marathon Cup. There's always a lot of excitement around this tournament. One of the oldest tournaments in the state of Wisconsin, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, we've been counting them for a lot of years. I know that, or covering them on public access for a lot of years. On the power play now for Mosinee, they have a power play goal, a full strength goal, and they gave up a shorthand goal. So we've got a little bit of everything here as we're in the second period. 13:55 left. Mosinee up 2-1. Semifinal Marathon Cup. Second game, Wausau West and DC Everest to follow this one. We'll have it for you. And all the way around the board, it's going to do almost a 360.
Well, that's a good job at clearing the puck by the
is.
Merrill East defenseman. That was Adam Dietert. He did what we call ringing the board. So he rung the boards all the way down to the other end. That's a main objective of killing a penalty, get it out of the zone.
Now it's over on the cross-ring pass through the skates or below the skates. Vanya Thorson for Mosinee. And now it's cleared out by the Blue Jacks. Back to retrieve. Thorson over along the far side board. Tries to backhand it in the middle. Still back in their defensive zone. The defenseman for Mosinee.
You got both teams at full strength, and all 3 penalties in this period have been killed off.
Okay.
No power play goals.
This is a 1-goal game right now in the second period. And both of these teams trying to be aggressive. Now, on a breakout, 1-on-2. See if they get the pass in front. They do, and their shot.
Beautiful glove save by Steppen. That was
Yeah.
a great shot and a great save. And from his knees, there was some net available to put that one in the net, George. But what a great save by Steppen. Tucker Steppen, freshman. He's 5 feet tall, 110 pounds, but he's as quick as a cat. And what an excellent save for a small goaltender. Big save from a small goalie.
Well, and you know, his hand went up to grab that instantaneously. He had to. It was that kind of a situation. And he had just enough there to do it.
This is reminiscent of my high school hockey years. When I was a freshman,
Yeah.
our goalie was a freshman. He was 4'11", 90 pounds, and had the second best goals against average in the state of Wisconsin.
Wow.
Unbelievable. This is reminiscent of that because of the quickness of Tucker Steppen. What a great save.
Yeah, eye-hand coordination, quickness. Now the puck is right down in front of us as it's cleared out. Again, both teams at full strength. So we'll get back to the action on the ice a little more. And along the far board, skating with it, James Paul Licky, the junior forward or wing. And he's got it back.
Could be the best breakout we've seen all night.
Yeah.
Quick, sharp passes and down in the zone quickly.
Talk about a check into the board. Legal. Icing.
Puck goes all the way back.
Yeah.
So now with 10:54 left, we're seeing the play pick up a little bit. The rust is off the skate blades. The puck is moving a little bit better. Again, I'll comment on the size of the ice surface. It's 100 feet wide, Ordinarily, a team is skating on maybe an 85-foot wide rink in most circumstances. At MP1 in Wausau, you're skating on a rink that's less than 85 feet wide. So this is a bit of an adjustment, especially early in the season, to get used to this big Olympic-sized sheet of ice. But the quickness of play has picked up, and obviously they're ready to play hard in the second period.
Well, Mosinee has their first line back out there now. That's Lindell along the board with it. And over there to help him is Max Bestie. And Fitzgerald and Bestie have the goals for Mosinee. Trying to bring it down to the ice, Schmerler, the defenseman for Mosinee. Back to retrieve. Wausau Merrill's number 24, Greg Sklovinsky, sophomore. He's an East student. Mosinee trying to set it up behind the net. Cleared out, sent around the far side by Boutain for Merrill East. Right now, it's Mosinee on the attack. Finally, Boutain clears it out all the way down the ice for a save.
And if you need to change your lines, that's an excellent tactic. It's a tough thing to do to hit the net from this distance, but they did get the line change they needed.
Nice job of clearing it out for the Blue Jacks by Phil Pesey that time. He was surrounded, found the puck and cleared it out to center ice. Again, Mosinee, they've been on the aggressive side. Here's a puck up
and out of play.
Yeah.
But you're right, good aggressive play, and it's been a good clean game too, George. There haven't been any big heavy hits. There hasn't been anything that's a flagrant kind of a penalty being taken. So far, the score indicates how close it is. With 9:13 left in the second period, Mosinee 2, Merrill East Blue Jacks 1.
Christian Matson for the Blue Jacks on the faceoff. And they get it around behind the Blue Jacks net. Skating with it, sending down Quinn Sager, number 25. And again, Merrill's on the attack. The Blue Jacks. Oh, nice pass out in front, one-on-one, and to the far board. Nice job by the defenseman that time for Mosinee. Stayed square with the skater.
Great job by the Blue Jacks that time, breaking the puck out of the zone. Again, crisp passes. The objective is to get out of the zone and through the neutral zone as soon as possible into your attacking zone, and the Blue Jacks did that and still control the play.
Yeah, well, now it's cleared out. This could be icing is.
It is an icing. Good opportunity for Mosinee, but the pass just a little bit too far. That results in an icing coming back to the left of Steppen for the faceoff.
All new skaters on the ice for Mosinee, all 5.
They've had some good quick changes tonight. You know, technically about a minute shift is what you're aiming for. It doesn't always happen that way. Some teams are good at changing on the fly, others need a whistle to do it. Again, with only 3 games under their belts this season, it's early. Some of those things take a little bit of time to develop. Know when you're ready to come off, if you can get off. But overall, things have moved quite quickly, and we're coming down to 8 minutes left in the period.
Well, both teams now with their second line out there. The defensemen for the Blue Jacks are Brandon Root, number 9. You can see him near the center circle. And Max Geiger remains in there. Number 27 also on the ice for Jack Piscula, a sophomore from East. For the Blue Jacks, the other defenseman. And action down on the far side East now, putting on a little pressure. Puck cleared out. Cross-rink pass, Piscula. Off the board, intercepted, gets it back. Takes a look, cross-rink pass. Cleared out finally by Mosinee's Max Peterson. 2-on-2. Pass across the crease. Unable to get the timing for it, so it comes to the near side and back to the other one. 6:53 left, second period. Neither team has scored in this period. We've had a couple of penalties. Started with a couple, and then we added one more. So I guess you could say we've had 3 in this period. Puck at center ice, all the way in. That's going to be a save. Whistle and pushed aside by Eli Moe for Merrill East. He and the official have a little chat as he stands up. You know, one of the things that I've noticed, Steve, and I don't know if this is because it's early in the season, but these kids are showing a lot of respect to the officiating game tonight. I mean, it's whatever you call, okay, we're going to play.
Well, and whether it's early in the season,
whoa,
and we've got a goal because I was going to talk about early in the season. We've got a Mosinee goal at 6:19 remaining in the second. We're going to see if we can find out who it is.
Boy, that was, it just got inside Mo, just by a couple inches. But it was a goal. Okay, face-off center ice. Mosinee up now 3-1. First goal, second period. Puck sent up in the middle of the ice, up to Christian Matson, number 18. Now it's out in front. Here's another save by Mo. He's been busy the last minute or two. Gave up one goal just by inches. It's just kind of just across the line on the near side corner of the net. Okay, Merrill East trying to clear it out. Dumped down by Brandon Root. Cross-ring pass cleared out by James Paulicki of the Blue Jacks. Now dumped in around behind the net. Tender back there is Tucker Stephan, and he's had some beautiful saves here tonight. Freshman.
Got a bit of a scrum to the right of Stephan. Puck breaks loose now. Still no one in total control of the puck. We've got a good battle going on down there.
Yeah, Mosinee up 3-1 now. East Merrill scored the first goal and shorthanded goal, and then Mosinee's countered with a power play and 2 full strength.
And we're going to work on getting those scores for you again prior to the beginning of the third period.
Oh, nice pass, but unable to control it in time for Mosinee was Jared Jacobs. He's a senior, one of their 2 seniors on the squad actually for the Indians. And after that last goal now, it's almost like, okay, now Mosinee's playing with a little more confidence.
The puck movement just since the penalty or since the goal has improved. Now they're changing on the fly. Seems like there's a bit of a rhythm going, is beginning to happen here. We're going to bring the puck down because of an icing. So all the way back down to the right of Mo for the faceoff. And we're also getting some line changes at the same time. So with 4:20 left in the second period, Mosinee 3, Merrill East 1.
On the faceoff for the Blue Jacks, it's Max Geiger, their senior wing forward. And it's controlled by Mosinee, Gunnar Colbert. He's a sophomore. Well, back again and trying to clear it out is Max Geiger. Center ice, not flipped back in, back and forth. Now skating with it for the Blue Jacks, Brandon Root. Trying to clear it out. Then behind the net. And now to play. So we'll have a face-off with 3:47 left, period 2. Indians 3, Blue Jacks 1. This is a non-conference game, part of the Marathon Cup. Or is, you know, maybe I'm wrong on that. Is East Merrill in the Valley?
No, this would be a non-conference game.
Okay. Yeah, because, you know, Mosinee I think is in the Great Northern, right?
Yeah, and ordinarily in the past we've been provided with information about who's in what conference, what the records are. We don't have that information, so basically what we're working from tonight is the rosters that are provided at the ticket booth. So
and I worked with a couple of parents.
well, yeah. So George,
you know?
George worked the crowd in between periods, and
Right.
he got more information than what we were supplied. So, but anyway,
Yeah.
we're happy to be here.
Oh yeah, this is fun.
This is an amazing facility with an amazing ice surface. The stands are starting to fill up. I did my first Marathon Cup in 1982 when I was on the coaching staff at Wausau West, and there's just an excitement that happens this time of year.
Save.
And a great save.
Rebound.
That.
Another save by Mo. Now it's cleared out. 3 minutes left. Whistle on the icing.
And they needed a change.
Yeah,
so that's not something that you want to see happen, but that's a judgment call by the defenseman or the forward to clear the zone. Obviously, like we experienced in the first period, you want to get that puck on net on the other end. That avoids the icing. You'd still change on the fly, but again, they got the stoppage that they needed, and now we've got some fresh legs out there.
Now they've got 5 new skaters for the Blue Jacks. Joseph Boutain, the defenseman on the near side. On the far side, it's Greg Levinsky. The center for them is Blake Roditz, a freshman. And wing on the far side for them is Mike Kamak, Jr. in this co-op team. And the wing on the near side is in the middle of the action right now.
Good spinorama move by Trey Fitzgerald.
Yep.
He was heading one way, did the spin move, went out the other side.
Joseph Boutain sends it right in front of us. A little deep move and skating to the far side, Phil Pesey. He's their 5th skater out there, and now they send it down the ice. It'll be icing on the Blue Jacks.
In between the second and third period, I would anticipate that the Merrill East coaching staff has a little talk about the breakout. There were a couple opportunities to get the puck out of the zone, but instead the defenseman cleared it all the way down and took an icing. That was an unnecessary pass that he made, but I maybe didn't see someone open. Again, Merrill East controls, and the zone is cleared. Mosinee takes over, though, in the neutral zone.
Well, on the transition, Mosinee, oh, they certainly do. They get it down. You know, it is early in a lot of these passes are just not quite hitting their mark, as they should be as the season progresses.
Well, and you're going to hear us talk a little bit about being early in the season, and that it is. But there are a couple of things that are pretty fundamental that need a little bit of adjustment. And those are easy adjustments to make, and that's something that can be worked on in practice, and they can iron those out. So there's no reason to ever give up hope, because there's always time to work out these small wrinkles. But we're down to 1:26. This period's flying right by. It's Mosinee 3, Merrill East 1.
Face off far end after the goalie came out to handle the puck. A little backhanded push toward the net. Not a save for Stefan. Now on a broke out, a shot, and a breadbasket goal. Save, I should say.
That's probably one of the best 2-on-1s we've seen tonight. The puck moved well, the passing was crisp, a good shot on goal, and an excellent save by Eli Moe. He takes up a lot of space. He's a good-sized kid, but he made an excellent save, and so the puck being faced off to his left.
On the horn, far side, a little over a minute left, period 2. And again, oh, the puck goes all the way. Not icing, of course, there, because the situation did not call for it. East Merrill trying to do something. They missed the net that time. They're so close, Steve, to connecting.
And that'll come, and we might even see it come in the third period.
Yeah.
But it's time for Merrill East to put one on the board, because the next goal will be the game. That'll be breaking the game. We got a penalty coming up. We got an elbowing call.
The players' benches are to our left. And this one's going to be on Mosinee. Number 24 is Max Peterson, their sophomore defenseman. So, for the rest of this period, Merrill East power play, and they'll start third period with a power play. And they're taking their time. They basically went back, grabbed the puck, took a look at the clock. They're going to make, whoa, interception.
Ill-advised pass.
Yeah, that was.
When in doubt, with that much ice in front of you, skate it. Don't make that pass because the Mosinee player read it like a book.
Well, we're down to about 10 seconds left, so they should be able to just stay back. And, well, again, this is interesting. You know, they're going to get out of there with an escape on that one, Steve. But there are a couple of things that Merrill East did in the last 30 seconds that, you know, now 0.8 of a second. It's just time for a face-off.
So, and we've got a penalty coming up
on number 27 for Merrill East. And again, this penalty with what? Second left, maybe?
Well, we've got 8 seconds on the clock. There was a bit of a collision, so the call is against Merrill East. Unfortunate for them, but we've got 4-on-4 hockey for 8 seconds.
And the penalty's on Jack Piscula. 8 seconds, face off. And that's it.
The end of the second period.
Yeah.
Mosinee 3, East Merrill 1. We're going to come back to you in the third period. We'll have scoring, we'll have saves, we'll have penalties. Enjoy the break.
It's more prep hockey from Green Neck Sports Complex. Down on the ice with Steve Miller. I'm George Hirsch. We're ready for period number 3 in the semifinal 4-team tournament. And Mosinee leading the Merrill East co-op team by a score of 3-1. Second period, Steve.
We've got scoring as promised, and we have a goal and assist to report for Mosinee in the second period. The goal scored by number 2, Trey Fitzgerald, with the assist to number 9, Max Beston, and was an even strength goal. Saves in the second period for Mosinee 11 for a 2-period total of 19. For Merrill East 10 for a 2-period total of 17. So there you have saves, there you have scoring, and we're underway with 16:35 left in the third period. We have 4-on-4 hockey even strength with the score 3-1 Mosinee.
And the Mosinee penalty will be up before the Blue Jacks penalty, Merrill East, so they'll have an advantage for not quite a minute. Right now it's just kind of spreading things out, 4-on-4. Good opportunity for Merrill East to pick one up here if they can get something going as they come skating toward the goalie in the net for Mosinee, and that's freshman Tucker Steppen, who's had some nice saves here this evening out of that total that Steve mentioned. Mosinee back skating, setting things up. Spencer Schmerler, number 23. Cross-wing pass to his partner on defense, Benjamin Lardness. Now they dump it in. And it's full strength for Mosinee. 32 seconds left in the power play for them. And they have it on the attack on the far side. Trying to set things up. This next goal, Steve, as you mentioned in period number 2, it's critical.
If East Merrill can put one in at this point, whether it's shorthanded or even strength or a power play, you now have a 3-2 game, and you can just see things rise in the bench areas, on the ice, the pace of play. It all fits together, and so now we've got both teams at full strength with 14:55 left in the third.
So we've got almost a full period here for East Merrill to come back. But that next one has to be in the books for them before they can really do it. Aaron Napawaki for the Blue Jacks is on the ice right now. They've got some third line skaters on there early in the season. They're 1-2 coming in after beating Lakeland the other night. Their first win on the year. Mosinee their defensemen have done a nice job here tonight. They've done a nice job on spacing. They've done a nice job on, making sure they're in control. East Merrill having trouble. Here's a breakaway and a shot left of the net. Back in the far corner. Trey Fitzgerald sends it around. Shot taken from the point and a goal by Mosinee. Well, that was quick. But they were putting the pressure on, Steve.
Kind of a bang bang to the net, and the next thing we know, the puck is in. Score for Mosinee, it makes it 4-1 with 13:47 left in the period. That line has been very productive tonight. As a matter of fact, all the scoring has come from a combination of Trey Fitzgerald and Max Bestie. And so now with 13:47 left, it's Mosinee 4, Merrill East 1.
Bestie is a sophomore. Fitzgerald is a sophomore. They only have two seniors on their varsity unit, 4 on the Merrill East unit. So a lot of underclassmen on the ice here tonight at the Green Hex Sports Complex, the Ace Arena. 4-1 Merrill on top. They are basically right now in charge, in control. Battle for the puck, Max Peterson. Clears it out now. Teammate skating up the center of the ice is Keeney Sarneski. Puck comes to the far side. There are 4, I was watching here, Steve, skating with the puck was number 13, Max Geiger, the senior for East Merrill. There were 4 Mosinee Indians between him and the net.
They were a little bit out of position under that circumstance. So
he had opportunities,
right,
is what I'm trying to say.
Exactly. So yeah, Max,
wow.
And Max has been playing since probably 4 years old. So he's had a lot of ice time over the years. It's hard for me to believe that he's a senior, but he does skate well with the puck, and he does have opportunity out here.
He sends it down the ice. The goalie, Steppen, trying to clear it out now. Merrill East setting it up. There's a shot. Deflected out in front by one of the teammates. Unable to move it forward. It's Phil Pesey.
That's probably the best puck movement we've seen from Merrill East this period. They really moved it along the boards well, got it out to the points well, and now Mosinee's having some trouble breaking the puck out of the net. And as I say that, they're moving through the neutral zone, and now they're attacking. Yeah,
Fitzgerald was able to break off in the neutral zone. Now Merrill East is trying to, they cross-ring pass up ahead and ends up
just didn't quite connect,
Yep.
and it takes an icing again. They're close. And again, for the, I don't know how many times we've said it tonight, George, it's early in the season. These things are going to take care of themselves, but these fundamental things and the tactical skills have to be worked on all the time. And now we've got another shot on goal by Mosinee and a save by Eli Moe with 11:46 left in the third period.
Eli is a sophomore, student at East.
We really haven't talked too much about the Merrill East co-op program, and I never coached in a co-op situation, but I can only imagine some of the adjustments that had to be made. But if we didn't tell you that this was a co-op program, you probably wouldn't know. But imagine if you have to be attending one high school in one town, your teammates attend another high school in another town, and you come together to play hockey in maybe even a third town, depending upon where your practice is being held.
Yeah.
So I've got to give credit to the school districts for pulling together on this, and sometimes we forget how difficult this is to put a co-op team together. So it's been a good experience. Rather than losing a team at East or a team at Merrill. They combine the teams, and as we go down the roster, it's almost the same number of players from each school.
Well, there are 13 for East on the roster of 24 and 11 for Merrill, so that's pretty close.
It's excellent. I'm really pleased that it worked out this way.
Yeah, and it's their second year as well.
Mosinee controlling down deep.
Yeah, and they've
East on the break.
Merrill East scored the first goal here on a shorthanded goal of all things. And Mosinee's run off 4 straight. So with 10:40 left in period number 3, Indians in control. Face off far end to the left of Eli Moe in the net for the Blue Jacks. Blue Jays, Lumberjacks. I guess Blue Jacks fits.
Blue Jacks.
Yeah.
So now in the youth hockey world, it's War Jacks.
Right.
And so that was developed back when we took the Warriors and the Lumberjacks and combined.
Yep.
And so it's always fun to see that War jacket and think back to the time where a couple of us sat in a room together one night and decided how we were going to name this new hockey association that we had, because the DC Everest Association started their own down here at the Greenheck building. So
as soon as this was built.
Yeah, exactly. So those are a lot of years ago, but nevertheless, Blue Jacks, combination of Blue Jays, Lumberjacks.
And on the ice right now, it's back and forth with Merrill putting on Mosinee putting on most of the pressure in their attacking zone. The Blue Jacks 14 over there, trying to clear it out. Jim Polecki. Polecki is a junior, Merrill student. There are some, I think, social pluses for a co-op team. And you know, the state of Wisconsin, I don't care what your sport is now, there's more and more of that.
There can be co-ops with as many as 5 schools involved.
Oh, yeah.
I think about some of the girl co-op programs. There can be up to 5 schools involved, and so if we're going to grow the program in the state, let's have as many co-ops as possible versus single school teams where some schools aren't playing. So I'm all for it, and I guess 20 years ago we didn't think of this, but credit to the school districts and to the WIAA.
Well, it does give more youngsters, they're not youngsters, high school students, a chance to participate. Well, and I also think it's, here's a shot on goal, and Moe outside the crease.
Good save
with
by
the paw, nice save.
Good save by Steppen. Good pressure and a good shot.
Steppen, I'm sorry.
Good shot by the Blue Jack defensive core.
That was an opportunity for them. 8:55 left. I know in my coaching career, which was more in the track cross country, these young people in high school would compete, but they had a common interest. They were disciplined. They were great kids, honestly, great kids. And I know of at least 3 or 4 situations where they competed in high school and were roommates in college.
Right, exactly. So, sometimes the hard thing for everybody to remember is that this is an educational experience.
Yeah.
And not many kids are going to play Division III hockey. Not many are going to play Division I hockey, and probably hardly anyone will play professional hockey. But the friendships and the team experiences and the camaraderie and the stuff that goes on in high school can lead to things in the future. And I think back to my 4 years of high school hockey and what it means to me now at this age, we're still in touch as teammates. And every year, we're better and better and better players, even though maybe most of us peaked in our high school years. But
at least you can remember your high school years.
Well, yeah, we had telephone back then. Unlike in your era.
Well, we had the dial phone.
Oh yeah,
we had the dial phone and the neighborhood line, that kind of thing. So.
All right, I'm sorry.
Let's talk hockey.
I crossed that line. So it's the third period. It's Mosinee 4, Merrill East 1. 8 minutes left in the third period. This first game of the 2017 Marathon Cup.
just know that when the score is 4-1 in the third period, that's when we can get away with doing this kind of thing.
Well, I don't know if we can or not. We might be out of work.
Okay, 4-1 as you mentioned. Again, East Merrill scored first and Mosinee's answered with 3. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 here in the third. They've had a little bit of everything. Power play goal. East's goal was shorthanded. And the whistle, offside, I think.
Something that might not be evident to our audience, but we have to thank Cable Access, the city of Wausau. It's amazing the equipment that we have, the expertise that we have, multiple cameras switching, we have instant replay, and so a lot of credit goes to our friend, our producer director, David Dickinson, and his crew, to the city of Wausau, the city council, and our mayor. This is pretty amazing to have this quality of equipment and this kind of a production take place for a high school hockey tournament. And we hope you're enjoying it.
Yeah. Here's a shot. Whoop. Nice defensive move that time by Ben Lardinas for Mosinee, as he had perfect position to take the puck in his belly and reject it on a basic one-on-one. Now it's dumped down Aaron Napawaki for Mosinee, and they make a little bit of a line change. Let's see what they've got coming in. They've got they've got 2 wings or forwards off the bench on the change.
Great attempt by the Blue Jacks.
Yeah.
Puck quickly moves the other way. Mosinee carries it into their attacking zone.
6+ left in this one. Non-conference. Game 2 tonight, we'll have that one for you, is Everest and Wausau West. The consolation coming up a couple days, and the championship. We'll have those for you as well here on WAAM. Wausau Area Access Media. Mosinee playing it conservative right now. Why not? They're ahead 4-1. All they have to do is just use up some time. Oh, I think it came off of Stephan's helmet.
That was a rocket. Woo. That was a close range in the slot slap shot by the Blue Jacks. Woo. And I think it might have gone off his mask, but that was probably the hardest shot that we've seen all night from that range. Yeah. That was amazing.
Yeah, and he was there.
Great save by Stephan. That was excellent. He seems unfazed by it. He's just standing here.
Yeah, he's fine.
That was a fantastic save and a hard shot.
And he's a freshman. I mean, just the composure of having that happen and just, okay.
Just another save.
Yeah. And he's had, around 20 now total.
So shots on goal, as a matter of fact, bring that up, it's 20-19.
Yeah.
So the score is a little more lopsided than the shots on goal.
All right. The amazing thing is the only goal for Merrill East was a shorthanded goal early. And that was, when everybody was trying to settle in pretty much.
Exactly. But you know what? Whether they're shorthanded, even strength, or power play, they're all up in the scoreboard. Nobody knows how that happened, but it's unfortunate for Merrill East. They've had some opportunities, and a combination of good defense by Mosinee, good goaltending, and maybe some questionable shot selection. But regardless, the puck has to be put on the net to score, and sometimes tonight that just didn't happen for Merrill East.
Yeah, they've made the attempts. It's almost like Steve, you can see their attempt. They're thinking what they've tried to practice, but when they're against other skaters from another team, sometimes it doesn't work.
It doesn't, and that's the finesse part of the game. That's where you have to always think a step ahead of what's actually going to happen. But again, we've seen a good, clean hockey game here tonight. We're under 4 minutes left in this semifinal game here of the Marathon Cup. It's Mosinee 4, East Merrill 1.
Skating with it Mosinee's Trey Fitzgerald, he has a goal. First period goal. Here's a shot, another save by Steppen. Rebound taken by a teammate and dumped down the ice by Mac Bestie. Back to retrieve for the Blue Jacks, Jonathan Uding, senior defenseman. He wears number 26.
So face off to the left of Steppen, 3:23 left in the game.
In the face-off, Max Bestie, and for the Blue Jacks, Christian Matson, senior forward. And timeout.
We've got a 1 minute timeout coming up.
Yeah, you look at the scoreboard, shots on goal 2019. Then you look at the score, as you mentioned, there is a discrepancy there.
One could say better shot selection by Mosinee. One could say some better team play and some tactical play that went into it. But all in all, it was a very even game. And again, the scoreboard doesn't indicate that. But Mosinee at times has outskated Merrill East. One thing we really haven't talked about, as much as we've talked about early in the season, we really haven't talked about conditioning. So now in the third period, there just isn't that spark, there isn't that jump in the skates at this point, but that'll all come. And we've alluded to it a couple times. During the course of the season, there will be some fine-tuning done on the breakout. There's been a little bit of time spent in the neutral zone that maybe shouldn't be spent there, but all these things will work out. And the thing we have to remember, it's the 7th of December.
Yeah.
We're real early in the season, but overall, it's been a great game. The crowd has been excellent, and we've enjoyed bringing this to you.
Right now, Merrill East on the defensive again, and Mosinee has their first line out there right now, Steve, after that timeout. Their first line on the ice, and they are setting something up. For them right now, this is practice time.
They have chosen to put this first line out. This is the line that had all the goal production for them tonight.
Yep. Whistle, offside.
I guess I'd be spotting my third and fourth lines out there at this point in the game.
They will be out soon. I think they will be out.
And it is a little surprising that this first line is out. However, it's giving them some extra ice time. I'm not sure why the coaching staff has made that decision, but then again, I'm not behind the bench anymore.
Well,
I'm behind the plexiglass talking about hockey.
And, you know, they only have 2 seniors. So even their first line, you know, they're giving them some experience, practice experience working together, because they are out there as a group.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's a good, strong line. It's a good, strong group of 5 out there right now. And Mosinee just about had another goal on that last rush.
Well, there's that a goal right there. Eli Moe reached down for the puck. And he didn't grab it, have total control. It must have, we couldn't see it from here, but it must have slid just across the line.
He did not have a lot of defensive support on that one either.
No.
There were a couple guys, instead of playing the game, they kind of watched the game. And now Mosinee has been able to score again. We apologize for not being able to get the score and the assist to you. All of the speakers face away from us. And we can tell you, though, that with 2 minutes left, it's Mosinee 5, Merrill East 1.
Like in high school sports, and I don't care what the sport is, it's always interesting if 2 teams play round, you know, home and away or whatever, or play twice, what happens in between, because that tells you a lot about a program. And this would be a good example of that, I think, because I don't think East Merrill has been out of it in terms of being competitive.
They've not been wholesale outplayed.
Oh.
the ice hasn't been slanted in one direction. It's been a lot of back and forth. It's just a matter of Mosinee. Yeah, Mosinee has finished around the net, and obviously they put the puck in 5 times.
Well, with minute 28 left, here in Napawaki, Max Peterson, second line in there now for Mosinee, along with Quinn Seeger.
Good defensive coverage by Mosinee on that pass back to the point. Well covered.
Spencer Schmerler, defenseman. East Merrill skating with it. Thomas Huding, he's a freshman, so East Merrill has they're at least third unit out there right now. Skating. Vanya Thorson's out there. As I mentioned, Tom Huding. Number 17, Ian Raditz, he's second line.
Well, what's encouraging to see here, George, is despite the score being 5-1 with under a minute left, East Merrill still pours the coals on, and unfortunately we're running out of time, but they haven't given up. These kids are still skating hard. Yeah, absolutely.
Pulling out, this is Vanya Thorson to a teammate behind the net. Back to Thorson.
Good use of the point. Nice shot.
Steffen with stop. And the puck on the ice as the time winds down to the horn. And the semifinal is history. Mosinee over East Merrill Co-op in the semifinal, 5-1. The winner, Mosinee, will take on the winner of the Everest Wausau West semifinal, which will follow here at the Greenheck Fieldhouse Ice Arena. And East Merrill will take on the loser of that game on Saturday evening in the Constellation. Again, 5-1 is our final. And as the players shake hands out on the ice, love that tradition of shaking hands at the end. You know, they're all doing pretty much, or they should be. All of them are doing something they want to do, that they enjoy. And they all have something in common.
Well, in the words of Bob Johnson, it's a great day for hockey. In the words of Steve Miller, it's a great day to skate. So we saw a lot of that tonight, and it was our pleasure to bring you the semifinal game. The final score, Mosinee 5, East Merrill Co-op 1. George, it's been fun working with you. And
enjoyed it. Till next time, take care.